Currently in Fortnite, we've had one of the largest skill gaps ever in the game. Due to the game being out for 4 years now, some people have been playing the game upwards of that time. So it can be really daunting for new players jumping in, learning how to improve in a live game. But did you know you can improve without even having to play a live game? In order to do that, you need to play creative. Today, I'm going to be showing you the 3 best creative maps in the world in order to improve in Fortnite. These 3 maps include building, editing, wall retakes, shooting real players, as well as getting third party as much as possible, and fighting people while in zone. These are the maps I played to improve to get best at the game as possible. And in my prime, when I used to play these maps every single day, including off stream in order to warm up and improve and get better, I had upwards of 200 solo wins that season alone. Before we get right into the video and I show you these best maps, I would really appreciate it if you could leave the video with a like rating and also subscribe. You can undo those items later if you like to. I know people don't always have time to watch the full videos, so I'd really appreciate if you can do that now. It really helps the channel grow and I put a lot of time and effort into these videos. So it really inspires me to keep making videos. Anyway, let's get straight into the video, and if you don't like it later, you can undo that stuff. So first thing you want to do is you want to click change game mode here. You want to go up to island code and you want to grab all of these codes from the description below. You can copy and paste them if you're playing on PC. If you are playing on console, unfortunately you have to write it down and copy it out, but it's not too hard. So this is Raiders Box Fight Practice Map version 2. Now thankfully the map creators have kept updating this in order to have the latest guns in the game. So what I am going to pick up here is a striker pump shotgun, and then we're going to pick up an MK7. Now this map I actually do use to practice free build, as well as practicing all my edits and everything else in between. Now this map taught me how to wall retake better than ever before. What I normally do is I take the launch pad and I just go over here into the corner of the map to practice my free builds, and then I jump into the courses. This map also taught me how to side jump. It also told me how to edit shoot. It also taught me how to edit shoot with having lots of cover. The more you play these and the more you practice, the better you get at it. So don't be discouraged if you mess up at all, but what I normally do is I normally just jump into this and then I just start free building a fair bit, and that kind of gets me warmed up. And if you make mistakes, that's all right, because remember, this is practice and practice makes perfect. So the reason we're playing this is in order to improve. I'm nowhere near as good at this game as I used to be, but hopefully in the future I can get there and I have more time to practice. But if you do have time to practice and put in a little bit more extra hours in order to improve in Fortnite, these are the maps for you. So normally I just free build these a little bit, I just kind of mess around, and then I'm ready, I take a launch pad back to the center area. Now do note, at the start of every single one of these courses, it tells you what is going on for them. This one here is a simple wall retake shoot situation where a bot shoots you. If you click the button, a bot spawns in. When you retake the wall, the bot will start shooting you, or the minute it sees you. And what you should try to do here is aim for not getting hit at all by the bot while doing these courses. Do note, you can also go up top and press the button for the bots, and then you can do roof retakes as well. Other parts of the map include learning how to side jump and learning how to edit shoot. For example, this part of the map, normally when I run through this entire course, it takes me about an hour and a half, which is a lot of time, but it really does help. You can do double edits, sorry I meant to say, and then practice your shots going through these. And make sure your aim is down packed. Now, the more you progress doing these, the further down you go, the harder these edits typically get. When you reach the top, there is a rift that teleports you back to the bottom, so don't fret about not having a grappler. This is just for sake of the video, for showing you these as fast as possible. So as you can see here, this one is a ramp direction change and then shooting the target. But say for example, if I went to the second one here, it would be doing this plus also editing a wall. So if we just edit this one here, 1, 2, 3, boom, there we go, 1, 2, 3. You can also make these however you like. Do note, you don't have to do it that way. If you want to go like this and then edit like that, so you're more covered, or then edit one up like that and then like take a shot there, so you can practice like a real game situation, do it. Do it. By all means, do it. So there's a lot more of these throughout this map. There is ones doing it without the targets, which is exactly the same as doing it with the targets. There's one with resets. Do note, every single one of these actually tells you what they are. For example, this one is a Mongol Replace Wall Classic, which can go for an infinite amount of time or until you're ready to exit. So if you enter this one here, you have to drop down, you have to take the wall, and then you can put your ramp in and hit your edits. Now, you don't have to do it that fast. You can just learn to retake the wall, place a cone in someone's box, edit the cone up, and shoot them. Whenever you're ready to exit the course, there is normally a prison cell right next to you, but you have to do a certain number of those before you can actually get to it. Do note as well, when you reload on this one, there is no reload animation to make it a little bit smoother. And when you've done it about 10 times, you get put down with rooms like this, and you can keep going or you can exit. They have more cone and roof replaces here as well, where you can practice these as much as you like, trying to learn how to properly retake a wall without getting shot. And once you eventually get like a good hang of it, you'll learn to place like this, and then take here, and then do edits like this where you're more covered. So this is this edit course for you. There's a lot going on for it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make this video 30 minutes long, but if you do want to check the whole thing out, I highly recommend it. This course is absolutely amazing. The amount of things that have in it and the amount of ingenuity that is in it. For example, basic edit courses where you run through like this and you edit upwards, and then you have to shoot a target on the way down. And you can really make these your own, because if you want to place stuff in between, for example, so you can pretend like it's real people you're versing, you can do that. That's the beauty of these courses, really. Just make it your own, practice your edits, get really fast at the edits. And each one is different. Some of them are basic resets, some of them have little speed boosts that push you into certain bits and pieces. It's really sweet. Before we get into the next creative map here today, I just want to say I really appreciate it if you could use code Onyi in the Fortnite item store, #ad. Each percentage of the sale that you make using my code goes towards me, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Epic just doesn't keep the money, they just give it away. So support a small Fortnite creator. I'd really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So the next one here today is BHE 1v1 build fights. Now, this is not a 1v1 map. Don't get it twisted. This is more of a free-for-all map. This map does have the chapter 3 items. I highly recommend, if you really want to get better at the game, do not use items that have been vaulted. Don't use the spaz, don't use the pump, don't use the scar. It's not in the game. If you go to play a game and you've been practicing with the other items, it is going to throw you off. The timing is different, the pull-out time is different, and the damage is different. Now, although when you play these maps, people will be using those other items, don't get discouraged. If you can kill someone with any type of gun from this season and they're using any gun in the world, you're going to beat them in real fights. So when you load in like this, you can actually grab the guns from vending machines here. Typically what I do is I take a striker pump, I take an MK7, and I take an SMG. What you can also do here is grab some heals. The heavy shotgun is back at the moment, so I am going to be picking up the heavy and practicing with that halfway through, and I normally take splashes. I typically switch to brick before jumping out here, but the minute you jump out of here, you can shoot people. As you note here, you can't actually shoot people on the inside. Now, if you do start this match and you spawn like out here, which you can do, just run to this vault here and press the button, and you end up back on the inside here. So that's how you get back on the inside. Do note as well, they also have the mythic SMG here too. So what I typically like to do as well, make sure before you get into these is you have your voice chat off. People are toxic in these game modes, and if you're playing any way that they don't like, they will just be toxic to you. I also recommend going into your settings here and turning off people sending you friend invites. If you just kill someone in some way that they're angry about, they will send you a friend request and try and abuse you at 1v1 you. And screw that, you're here to practice for you. So what I typically try to do is, I don't try to third party every fight on the ground. I kind of just try to build myself with enough supports and then jump on people's heads. I wouldn't recommend using grapplers as well. They're not in the game at the moment. So stuff that noise, you know. As you can see here, people are using the spaz shotgun, and I don't want to get discouraged by that at all. So what I'm actually going to do here, this is really good practice, is box out. If you really want like better practice, don't build more than 4 stories up. Like, you don't want to build more than 4 stories up. Do note as well, there's a button people press to restart the 1v1 that breaks the builds. And people will be breaking down your builds pressing that button as much as possible. If you hit this button here, you fly up in the air. Ah! Leave me alone, let me heal. Oh. I think they gave up. Oh, he got me. Didn't get to heal up there. I got close to full healing. Woo! Heavy shotgun be nice. I think you guys get the picture of this one. As well, every time you kill someone, you get full health, which kind of helps. But this is also like good practice for like third-party gameplay, because people will try to third-party you as much as possible here. Do note, if you fall off the edge of the map as well, you'll just teleport to the middle. You don't actually die. If you like to get into a corner here, then you can practice your AR shots right after that. Oh, look at that range. Let's move into the next map, y'all. Alright, our last map here today is Tilted Zone Wars. Now, Zone Wars are really great for improving at the game. However, I do recommend this Tilted Zone Wars map due to how many players are always in it. You always get a game, and it's always relatively sweaty, so it will help you improve. Remember, in order to improve at the game and get better at the game, you need to verse players that are better than you. If you're just versing people and dominating all the time, you're not going to get any better at the game. Now, the one grip I do have with this Tilted Zone Wars map, although it doesn't say all weapons, you do get a lot of weapons in this that aren't in the current meta or that are currently unvaulted. So you do sometimes get scars and you do sometimes get pumps, but the chapter 3 items do exist in this map. So I suggest whenever you do get a kill or whenever you do come across weapons that actually are in the season, even if it's a green or grey rarity, pick it up rather than carrying a spaz, because that's going to be more realistic and that's going to help you improve a lot. It's important to note when you also load into this, because there does go up to 100 rounds, you will be dead most likely when you first start. It's very unlikely to load into this and be in a lobby that hasn't started up yet. Now, don't fret, as soon as everyone's dead, you will respawn, but sometimes it takes a little bit of waiting, so just grab your phone out, just, I don't know, follow me on Twitter, I guess, or something while you're waiting. And then by the time it's ready to go, it's ready to go. All of my links are down in the description. So what you want to do is you want to run through all the items that are first here, then you want to organize them in an order that you do like. It's no point really farming up mats, considering that you will have max. And it is also important to note that people can see your names through walls. So people will essentially have like a little bit of wall hacks about it. Now, something I do recommend doing is not fighting right away off start. I did get pushed there, so I had to run out. But stay in your designated building and just like kind of pick around. Like try and see where people are. Because you want to practice moving with zone for this. This is your zone practice. So it's not the most important to have the most kills in the world. To take it a little bit slow, but have very careful and concise kills. As you can see, I just dropped my Tommy gun for one of these new pistol machine guns. Now, as you can see people's names through the walls here, it does give you a good idea of what's around and about. I don't see a striker pump there, so I'm not going to go for that, although there was some good heals there. There is one person across from me and 2 people above me. Now, the more you learn this map, the more you know what's around and about. I am going to take a launch pad here. Oh, they're just better. They're just better, but that's why we're playing to practice. That was sweaty. That was sweaty. I mean, we survived to the end, but we didn't get those kills in. But it's all about that practice. Woo! That was a close one. Hey, a better shotgun. Or should I say a real shotgun. Be situationally aware, know what's going on around you. Heal up, check your guns are reloaded. There's lots of people above me now. And they're going to be going to try and like hit like nasty like little dink shots on you. So be aware of where you are. Very, very careful. Build out, cover yourself. Oh, I choked, but they're using the pump. Important to note also in these game modes that people will be teaming. And not in a bad sense. It's just like the way people play, or they'll be trying to get clips for their channel or something. But don't let that discourage you at all. Oh, damn. What? What was that? What kind of tactical grenade was that? I don't think you have to take it from me. If those are the grade of players, and that's how sweaty the players are that are playing this game mode, like, that's how good you can get just from playing this game mode and practicing this game mode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope these 3 creative maps do really help you improve. If there's any other type of maps you'd like me to check out, make sure you leave it in the comment section down below. If you haven't yet already, I'd really appreciate it if you leave the video with a like rating, comment down below, and subscribe to catch future videos. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by end of February, so help me get there. Try and help me get there. Is there anything else? Oh, use code only in the item shop. Goodbye.